Hello and welcome back to my channel where I post contents for beginners in digital marketing. Today's topic is how search engine works, and for this I'm going to explain the most popular and widely used search engine, that is the Google search engine. So without wasting time, let's start. Sundar Pichai, the present CEO of Google, said in one of the interviews that it accounted for nearly 3 trillion search in the year 2017 and 15% of the daily search were completely unique and never heard of. Our curious minds, our curious questions, and sometimes the genuine need to look for information results in using Google search engine a number of times every day. Sometimes we exactly know what kind of information we are looking for, and sometimes we don't. The Google search engine was developed with an objective to understand what kind of query the user has and to provide with accurate results. And we all can say that Google does this almost all the time. Okay, moving on to the part how Google search engine work, I have divided this into 3 understandable parts. The first one is what happens to the content that's published on internet. Second, what happens when we search. And third is what are the factors that affect the ranking of the results in the Google search engine results page. Let's move on to the first one, that is what happens to all the content that's published on internet. One of the basic function of search engine is to crawl and look for all the contents and data that's published on internet. And how does Google do this? By using Google bots. Google bots is a web crawling software that collects links from the websites to build a searchable index for the Google search engine. These Google bots are also called as crawlers and spiders. To explain this with an example, imagine that you are reading a blog post, and once you're done reading, at the end they also recommend some of the other blog posts. You found it interesting and you clicked on one of the blog posts to read about it. You jumped from one link to another link to read something. This is quite similar to what the Google bots do. But their intention is not to read, but go to each and every link that the web directs and to see what it is all about, what content it has. The second function of Google search engine is indexing. Crawlers go through a number of links each and every day, and all these links are stored in their index called caffeine. To give you a clear picture of what this caffeine is, you can imagine it like a library of Google. But instead of books, you find all the links that these Google bots have crawled and recorded, so that when they have a query, they know where to look for. Now comes the second part, that is what happens when we search. Let's start with an example. Let's say that I type recipes for chocolate cake. Now the search engine tries to match the words that I have written with all the links, images, videos that contain these combination of words either in their titles or descriptions, and try to bring all the results on the result page. But here's the catch. There are so many videos, images, blog posts on the different recipes for chocolate cake. So how does Google understand which one to place on the first place, second, third, and the consecutive numbers in the results page? That's where the third function of search engine comes, ranking. So what factors affect the ranking of the results on search engine results page? There are several factors, different algorithms that play a prominent role in ranking the results on the result page, but unfortunately only a few of them are revealed. Some of them are the words on the query that match with the words on the website. Second one is the location. This really matters. Imagine that you are searching for restaurants near me. The Google has to provide you with the results of the restaurants that's located near to you and not something that's located 500 or 1000 miles away from you. That's why location matters. Third one, how many times is that particular website is linked by other website in their pages. Fourth one is the time constraint on the search. Whether you are looking for time sensitive information like events or news that's happening right now, or is it some general information like lyrics, words, meaning, or something else. At this point, I would also like to mention about RankBrain, machine learning algorithm that I got to know when I was researching for this topic. So this RankBrain is a machine learning algorithm of Google search engine. As I mentioned before, 15% of the search every day are something unique or never searched before. The RankBrain sees any word or a query that's completely unique or isn't familiar with, it tries to guess the combination of words or query that might match with what's asked and try to provide accurate results. So this way, RankBrain helps to effectively handle unique or never heard before search or keyword. So that's how the Google search engine works. Whatever I've explained is just the tip of the iceberg, and there is so much more to know about how Google search engine work. So if you're really interested to know more about how search engine works, or if you want to understand it properly so that you can have a career later in search engine optimization or search engine marketing, then I would definitely like to suggest some of the resources that are quite helpful for you. The first one, How Google Search Works by Google. Yes, Google do have their own website explaining about how Google search engine works, the algorithms, and it's quite informative. The second one is the Search Engine Journal, and the third one is Search Engine Land. These two are websites that completely dedicated to search engine and search engine optimization marketing. Their blogs are having numerous posts that would help you to understand these topics in deeper. The last one is the Moz SEO guide. This is the first one I studied when I wanted to know about how search engine works and how search optimization is done. So definitely check them out if you are interested. I'll also link them in the description box. So that's it for today. If you liked today's video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have any feedback or any topics that you want me to do, please leave them in the comment section below. Meanwhile, you can also check my Instagram page where I post regularly about the different digital marketing aspects, some mini trainings, and also a little sneak peek behind the actions that's happening on this channel. So see you next week with a new topic, and until then, stay happy, stay safe, bye.